Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma practitioners, there was a young boy and he thought to become a monk. In the forest, there was a monastery and he went to become a monk. And then, after the necessary time period, he trained and he became a monk. Then he started to practice all the meditation and all other activities, temple activities. But he understood that not going to work for him. And it became very hard for him. So he gave up that life. Then one day he thought to disrobe. So what he thought, now disrobe, and he cannot go to village again because people knows him. Then he came to the river. Close by the temple there was a river. And he thought, jump to the river and swim. And then maybe pass after passing the village and he can get out and then go to somewhere else. But he didn't have any clothes. So he cannot go with the robe. He cannot swim with this robe even. And then maybe people will recognize. So what he did, he took out all the robes and everything. He jumped to the river, just naked. And then little bit he was swimming and then he found a piece of wood. And he held it and with the help of that, start to swim. So then he passed the village and then little bit went down. Then what happened in the next village? There were two girls came to have the bath. And they saw there was a piece of wood keep coming. And then one girl told to other girl, oh, there is a piece of wood coming. It is good for fire. So then I am the one who saw it first. So it belonged to me. Then little by little, when it came little closer, they saw, and in that wood there is something. Because this guy holding the wood and coming. And then other girl told, oh, there is something on the top of the wood. And so wood belong to you, whatever that other one is, that whatever it is, it belonged to me. So they agreed. And then what happened when the wood came closer and they saw there was this young boy. And the one girl, ran away. The girl who claimed the wood, because there's this naked man here. So the other girl took him and then gave some piece, cloth and helped him to cover himself and told, brother, come with me, let's go to home. And then she took him to the home and her parents welcomed him, and even this girl didn't have a boyfriend. So then told, oh, you look good, innocent. And because he used to be a monk for a while and healthy. So can you take care of my child? So he agreed because he didn't have any plan in life. So then he start his life. But he didn't know anything to do any work. He didn't know farming or any other work, how to survive himself. Then by the time the parents got a little bit mad and told to the daughter, this is the only we can help for you. More than this, we cannot help. Now you have to start your own life. And then the father gave a piece of land and told them, okay, from here you start your life. So both of them and the guy also accepted that and knew, we are married and we have a family now. Now we have to start our life. And they start to work. And then one day, this both of them having hard time, not that he cannot find any money and cannot do anything. He don't know how to do anything. They having a discussion and told, to his wife. We came to this hard time because in the samsara we didn't give enough. Otherwise, it's not going to happen to us like this way. Look at the village. Each and everybody have things. But in the samsara, we didn't give enough. So this is a good for us to practice something. So then what he did, he used to be in the temple and he know about the dana and giving thing. And they found little bit rice for them. But they eat half and they didn't eat full. They decided to give half for monks. And what he did, he start to find that make little bit food out of that rice, and found a monk close by the village. Every day go and start to offer. Now the wife helped him, and day by day, they eat half and they give half. So by the time what happened, he thought he need to find work. So then he saw there was a huge paddy field, and he went to the owner and told, so I would like to work here. Can you give me work? So the owner asked, what are the experience you have? Then he told, I don't know anything. So then the owner told, but how then I can give this all the paddy field for you to work because you don't have any experience. Then what happened? Anyway, then he gave a little bit piece of paddy peel to cut it and clean it. So this guy did it very well, and the owner became very happy. So then he found little bit more money, and day by day he started to work. One day, the owner became so happy because he worked so hard, and then he gave in that more than that what he deserved. So then he had a lot of money, and then on the way he saw there was a cow for sale, and he bought the cow. So he's little by little start to and earn little by little. But the important thing, he didn't give up that giving dana. Every day, somehow he find a way, and half of his food, he start to give. Then by the time, then what happened? He gave half of the food for a monk. Now he had little bit food for him. At the same time, what happened? There was the monk he saw come towards him. And then he thought, oh, it's okay that I myself can find something. This is a good opportunity for me. And this, by the way, this monk, it was an enlightened master and he didn't know that. So the food that he already had for him, and he offered to this enlightened master. And in that moment, and he became so happy. So, and and he came back, and then the wife, he shared the story with the wife. And the wife was so happy and told, oh, sadhu, 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 I am so proud you are my husband. And she also became a part of that merits. And then what happened the very next day? There was a huge wind and the rain and the tornado and hit everything, and they both died. And then they born in the heaven because of the merits that they have done. Look at this naked boy, and he didn't have anything. It's not about the monk. He didn't have anything. He just a naked boy. And just with the help of the piece of wood, and he just go with the stream downward. Didn't have any hopes. But finally, that he end up with the woman. And look at this woman, the girl. She found a boy, a naked boy with the piece of wood, not with the money or the luxurious things or anything. And then look how they transform their life. And end of the death, they attain to the higher existence. So in our life, that we always look for things. We think this outside things should be perfect, to be perfect for ourselves. It is not like that. It is what you practice inside you cannot overtake by this outside nature. It's always what you practice inside is become stronger. So then always remember yourself, develop some profitable skills. When it comes to that profitable skill, one of the major hindrance that we have, the desire or the lust. Your wisdom, your nibbana covered by the lust. And because of the lust, it funding to your ignorance. The ignorance is the major, but your desire or the lust govern in this conventional world. So what is happening? The lust funding to deeper your ignorance. With the lust, you cannot get out of the ignorance. So to get out of the ignorance, don't struggle with it. Start to give up the lust. How you can do that? In the beginning, start with the bodily action. That is what called generosity or the dana. So that dana, in the beginning, you have to give. You have to give little by little, little by little. When you develop this giving, what will happen? In a certain level, the giving is a physical action. Giving is a physical action. When you develop that, in a certain level, it becomes a mental action. When giving is a physical action, when it transforms to mental action, it becomes give up. If you don't give up, just giving doesn't work. So sometimes you can give in the physical world, in conventional world, but mentally you hold it to things. But if you little by little, little by little, with the intention to get out of the lust, if you start to give, and it will transform to give up. When you able to give up things, and then naturally your mind going to become free from the lust. When the mind become free from the lust, what will happen? It is start to open your wisdom. So it's like this, the giving up things, it is not a by thought. It should come in the physical action in the beginning. And then little by little, when that physical, when you master that action, then it mentally you can transform yourself. So it like this, kind of like, the little muddy place, like fuddle. Then when there are kind of like a lotus come, or if there are little flowers come, that puddle become a pond. Otherwise, it becomes just a muddy place. So like that, when you just give, it's the mind is kind of like that muddy place. But it become a pond when you start to give up, your mind going to become something else. It transforms to completely different level. That is what you need. So that is where that you can come little by little, that you can come to a point to have less thoughts. When you have less thought, that in a certain level, that you start to experience the physical freedom. Otherwise, our life is like a spider. When the spider creates the web and it settle down in the middle, what happening? So wherever in that net, if something hit, the spider cannot stay away without responding. It's because it bound to the net. It naturally go towards that. But the net is not the spider. It settled down in the middle. Maybe it is huge. Then what happening? Whatever hit, that it reached to that place. And the starfish, like 5 fingers like this. And if you cut one finger, the starfish itself cannot stay away from that finger. Naturally, it start to grow. Unconsciously, it happening. So like that. So whatever at home around you today, imagine, maybe you don't use it. Maybe it is there itself. But mentally, everything in you, it's like you hold that everything like a spider. So let that things to be there. You no need to throw it away. But the practice is that what you have to develop, start to get it out of your mind. Get it out. Don't contemplate on it. Don't mentally live with it. Let it be there. Even you have the jewelries, valuable cloth or ornaments or anything, that everything belongs to your body. Let it be in the body. Don't get it to the mind. Just imagine that you have a bank account that is for your name. And you don't have that all the money in your hand. You have some money in your bank account. So, and it belongs to your name. And then your name belongs to your body. That's why you have the identity. So that identity show you your face, not your mind. So in case, imagine you have the same mind, but if your face change, you cannot get that money anymore. If you completely physically become a different person, you cannot claim that money for you. So like that, this conventional life always keep the connection with this physical form. So you have to understand that. And then keep that. It's like that way. But your mind, this anything, only you, yourself, you hold it to your mind. This other anything doesn't care about your mind. That everything may be respond to that your physical, this outside appearance. Even your husband, wife, children, friends, and family members, and in case you have the same mind, just imagine you have the same mind, and if you are completely change your physical appearance, other people are not going to accept you as you. They will tell, no, 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 you are not our father. You are not our mother. You are not my husband, my wife. They will slowly take you away from. That's why when people, attach to the physical appearance, and later they give up them. So then remember, the mind, or you are the only one responsible for your mind. So then whatever that belong to this around you, Remember, don't hold by mind. It's not going to come with you. That's why one day everything going to go. So then always protect your mind. And how you can protect your mind? Not with the things. Protect your mind with awareness. When the mind come to awareness, it's like this. Your foot get into the shoe, right shoe. Because if your foot get into the right shoe, what happening? You forget your foot. So if your mind get into the awareness, you don't want this anything. That is where you find your ultimate bliss and your inner freedom, your liberation. And you have to do it by conscious, decision. And again by practicing little by little, little by little, little by little. So then remember yourself. Deeper in you, there is something you didn't touch it. So before you die, it is possible for you. And how? Free your mind. So then start to release things from the mind. And then remember to give up and rather than holding. And then allow your wisdom to arise. And once the wisdom arises, that means your awareness becomes sharper and clear. When your awareness settles down in you, that is the day you gain your ultimate bliss of liberation or the Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and liberation in this very lifetime and end of this sansaric journey. May all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammang Asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.